New president, policy for the Green Bay Packers. Just let everybody know that he not about to give a new contract to head coach Matt LaFleur and GM Brian Gutekunst. But it's been a lot of interesting things happening this offseason with the Green Bay Packers. Is it trouble brewing in Green Bay? We're going to talk about it. And then the Baltimore Ravens, they add Pro Bowl cornerback Jaire Alexander for the low to the team. Is he the missing championship piece for the Baltimore Ravens? Y'all know me and Steve are going to talk about it and break it all down. But you got to hear the music first.
Welcome to your number one spot for all NFL news and content, NFL Central.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back into another episode of NFL Central, your number one spot for everything NFL. I'm your host here, Bobby, joined by Steve-O. So y'all already know, if you locked in and tuned in, hit that like button and subscribe. Steve-O, what's the word?
What's good? What's good?
Man, look, Steve-O, I'm bringing this question about the Green Bay Packers, and let's provide context for the people that's wondering why we asking, is there trouble brewing in Green Bay? Maybe something or nothing, but it could be some trouble. We heard just recently that the new president who's stepping up to the plate in Green Bay said, hey, there's no contract extension coming, at least for right now, for head coach Matt LaFleur and Brian Gutekunst. Then some other notable things that has taken place up until this point from last season until now. Elton Jenkins, he ain't got no contract. My man's Jaire Alexander, he out the door. Then they drafted Matthew Golden in this year's draft. And my man's Jaden Reed and his agent had to go to the Green Bay Packers and say, hey, what's the plan for me? Then now you got national media heads talking about quarterback Jordan Love and asking Matt LaFleur, is he going to put together a consistent season? So a lot of things brewing. And let's not forget, at the end of the season, the star running back, Josh Jacobs, said, we really need a wide receiver number one. So Steve-O, after the context, after letting the people hear it, is there trouble brewing in Green Bay?
I think the whole saying goes: if there's smoke, there's most likely a fire. And I think them people from LA know that well, and I think them people in Canada know that well. If they see some smoke, they calling it in. And I think for somebody that's right and not too far from Canada, y'all should know what some smoke is in the air because it's in some air in Wisconsin. You don't want to pay your coach in GM. Kind of understand that, even though I will say they are pretty. Well, I ain't gonna talk about the GM, but the coach is pretty good. Malafleur is pretty good. He got a nice track record, but he does have a track record of some blunders in the playoffs. So I can see why there's a little bit of hesitancy when it comes to wanting to pay him again. And the GM, I think it's pretty clear why he don't want to pay that damn GM. You could build yourself a defense, but this offense has been taking a minute to build. And you may have some solid pieces, but it's still not up to par as it once was in the past. So I understand that. But I think the problem with the fire where that spark started was last year going into this year when he said we ain't really got an X. And I know motherfucker on the team like who you talking about? I'm the X. And then furthermore, they heard what they star running back said and went to go get an X type of receiver. Now he really like, oh, now y'all got me fucked up. So yeah, that's a problem. So now you might have some turmoil between your wide receiving room and your running back room, with your quarterback room as well. And then, like you said, you got the people been questioning the weasel at quarterback. So yeah, I think there is a little bit of fire and it's a little bit of smokiness going over there in the green and gold.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie to you. It's very interesting to hear some of this stuff because it's like Green Bay, man. Hey, when we keeping it real, we keeping it real. You can't hate on them for always having this type of success. They one of them franchises that you throw out there and say that they always got a quarterback that they can bring in and that's going to be able to take over the reins and at least get them to the playoffs. You got to show a lot of love to that. But to your point, with that smoke, that is fire, my boy. You got a lot of different things hinging on this season right now. And I'm just looking at the reluctancy to do many things or at least to address the needs of the team. When we talk about Jaire Alexander, I get it. You did not want to re-up on him and give him another contract simply because his last 2 seasons, he's played a total of 14 games due to injuries.
Yep.
And that's not good enough for a guy that's sitting there asking you for money. But the problem is that you go and get Nate Hobbs from the Las Vegas Raiders, who plays inside, and you wanted to move him outside. And when he was playing inside, he wasn't really that damn good. And then you went through an entire draft and waited to the 7th round to draft a cornerback. That is absolutely ridiculous. One of the guys that was on your team, and Robert Rochelle, he just left the squad and signed with the Dallas Cowboys. And one of your own from back in the day, Rasul Douglas, who played for you a couple seasons ago, is now throwing shots at you, saying that they don't want me. They got Bo Melton, who is a wide receiver that you're switching on to cornerback, and it seems like desperation is brewing. That's what it looks like.
Yep.
And I'm a Packers hater. I can be fair when I gotta be fair though. But I've been saying for the longest, Jordan Love is hella talented, but he has to get consistent throughout the season. That calls for a lot of issues, especially when you look on how good your offensive line has been. When you got Packers fans and others saying that they got 4 wide receiver 1s and Jordan Love can't get it done. Then you got guys on the defensive line like Rashawn Gary and then my man that was reportedly eating dog food. That's probably a Chicago Bears little hate. And Lucas Van Ness. But you got all these good pieces. You even picked up Xavier McKinney a couple seasons ago.
That's off season.
Add to your defensive backfield, and y'all still couldn't get it done. And your coach is looking at, man, where my money at? He like Stewie and Family Guy when Brian was ducking him. He about to start swinging if y'all don't pay him his money.
Oh, my mama.
That shit crazy.
It is like that at the end of the day. It's a weird situation over there. Like, usually they are somebody that very professional, tip top shape. They don't let situations like this happen, especially in turmoil. Like, one thing I used to always admire from the Green Bay. Get used to Don't get used to me saying that because they ain't gonna hear me say that
Once
say
the
that shit
season
again.
starts, it's all over. I
Yeah,
ain't
it's
gonna
all
lie.
over with. But the one thing I always admired about them is they when it comes to in house, you don't hear shit come out unless it's really
Aaron
just
Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers in the front office it is usually just one particular player.
Yeah.
You don't never hear multiple groups or a room. Now it's multiple rooms with multiple positions. That's saying, talking behind the back, leaking out shit. That ain't a good look. So yeah, it is really not a good look on your GM and the new people that just came into power because that's not the type of business Green Bay normally runs. So I don't know. Good for us, but shit, it is what it is.
Hey, to start off the season for the Packers, hey, it's not gonna be an easy road to start off the season. And we can say that before a lot of teams within the NFC North, just to keep it a buck. But to kick off their season, Steve-O, this is the schedule just for the first few weeks. Lions, Commanders, Browns, Cowboys, Bengals, Cardinals, Steelers.
I gotta eat
That's the first few weeks. You probably could have a little time off for the Panthers, but the Panthers say they tired of losing. So how hard they gonna play? And then you got the Eagles. So there, hey, your first 8 weeks from September to November, it's finna be cracking. Y'all need to be humming on all cylinders. Like y'all need to be put together if y'all want to go out here and make some
Y'all
noise
need to be on one
because
accord.
yeah, because being third in the division with all that talent, I ain't gonna lie to you, it's unacceptable. And they have the chemistry. So if you allow Vikings to leapfrog you with a rookie quarterback, basically, or the Chicago Bears, y'all division rival who I'm rooting for, y'all gonna call it how we see it. Y'all allow that to happen. I'm just saying, the head's gonna roll. At least because
and
I know that
quick.
the Green Bay Packers, they don't hang around to for if you start stinking up the joint as a head coach in Green Bay, they
You
don't wait
gone.
long, bro. They get
You
you out of
gone.
there.
Yep.
So we gonna see where this story takes us, man. We're gonna see where the story takes us, but y'all chime in and let us know if y'all feel like there's trouble brewing in Green Bay. Cause I'm thinking I'm with my man Steve-O. When there's smoke, there's fire. It might not be a blaze, but that motherfucker little small campfire. You can roast some marshmallows in that mud. But we
Mm.
gonna see if it go ablaze for sure. But hey, let us know. Now, before we get up at it, we got to talk about the Baltimore Ravens. Steve O's reported that these guys are coming into this season with a vengeance. We gonna see. We know how the season ended last season with my man's Mark Andrews dropping a potential tie-in game catch that would have tied the game, and they ultimately lost the game. But they just got Jaire Alexander too. Now that Ravens defensive backfield is quite nice on paper. I ain't gonna hold you. Jaire Alexander, Malachi Starks out of Georgia, the rookie they drafted, Cal Hamilton, Marlon Humphrey, Nate Wiggins, and Chidobe Awuzie. Man, but the question is, well, let's start here. How do you feel about Jaire Alexander now becoming a Baltimore Raven?
I mean, it's cool as long as he's
Talking to your
healthy.
mic.
I say he's cool as long as he's in on the field. I should say not in, but on the field. Like that's the only thing, and that's the only reason why he's still not in Green Bay. He just don't stay on the field. But he's a turnover merchant. He's a ball hawk, and he's something that this team need. I don't recall them having many turnovers on the defensive side of the ball. I think it was some, but it wasn't many. And if we all know that the defense is probably the weaker of both sides of the offense or the defense. So we knew that they was going to improve on it. They improved on it in the draft, beefing up their D line, re-signing some more people as well, and then not only that, you got some ball hawks to go wells with it. So if you actually get that pressure that you're predicting to get alongside with the players to go get the ball and pluck it out, it could be a recipe for something great. And but it all predicates if he gonna be on the field or not.
I agree with you. I think I like the move for the Baltimore Ravens. Hey, my man's was looking for a big payday from Green Bay. He only got $6 million on 1 year
Got to prove it.
From the Baltimore Ravens. Major discount. But to your point, my man's got to be healthy. We got to see you on the actual football field because if he's on a football field in the playoffs, he's gonna make a difference. But ultimately, we know it comes down to Lamar Jackson leading the fucking way.
Yep.
But that defense need to make sure they do their job so Lamar Jackson can lead the way and they can seek vengeance like they need to. Because bro, the league is only gonna get tougher. You're only gonna get older, and you looking at head coaches right there peeking around like Jim Harbaugh with the Chargers and Sean Payton with the damn Broncos, who's now going into year two with a young quarterback who improved their team. So you're gonna have to hold your own and you gotta put up, bro, when it
Mhm.
comes down to this football game. But Steve-O, was Jaire Alexander the missing piece for the championship?
I mean, that remains to be seen. I can't say that exactly. Like I said, it was a multitude of things why that defense wasn't as good as it should have been last year. It wasn't getting home. They looked like they lacked communication in certain games. When it came down the stretch, they just gave up timely touchdowns at the wrong time. And once again, they wasn't getting that many turnovers on defense. So you add some more pass rushers and you added some people that could go pluck the ball out the sky. So that's a recipe for something to work. So I ain't gonna say that he's 100% the missing piece. I say he's a part of the missing piece though.
I think that's a fair way to look at it simply because injury is definitely a huge concern with it. That's why I
Hmm.
believe that they whether it's a low risk, high reward type of move that we love to see teams go out there and make because we know that Jair Alexander, though I don't think he's a top five cornerback, I think he's still one of the better ones in this fucking league. And he gonna talk that smack. And I think he's capable of showing up in big games. We've seen it plenty of times throughout his career. It's just that for the last few seasons, he just haven't been there. But to your point, it's definitely a multitude of things that are gonna come into play with this. You look at guys like Mike Green, I think that young rookie is about to go off. That's just me personally. And I think Malachi Starks, being a safety back there, the way that I seen him be able to play in coverage and drop down in the box for run support, and along with guys like Marlon Humphrey and Kyle Hamilton, those are
Roquan.
very, very solid players on the defensive side of the ball. And I can't remember the DT they got. He got a difficult name, but y'all know who I'm talking about. The big fella in there with a lot of Amada Duque or something like that. It's just a difficult name, so y'all excuse
Yeah,
me.
who knew that these motherfuckers gonna be teammates, Roquan and Jaire?
Don't forget Roquan either. That's crazy. That's a hell of a point. Still one of the best
Them
linebackers
niggas
in the
finna.
game.
I'm glad we ain't got to deal with them. Oh, we
For
do got to
real.
play them this year, but I'm
Hey, we
glad
play him
we.
once, one
Yeah,
week,
but I'm
unless
glad
we
I ain't
make
got
the
to
Super
deal with
Bowl. But we ain't going that far.
dealing with bro, dealing with Roquan and Jair. Come that week, we gonna have to slap them niggas because they gonna be talking shit.
It's gonna be a couple fights. It's gonna be a couple fights, and it's crazy because the chances of the Chicago Bears winning versus the Baltimore Ravens is very, very slim because Lamar Jackson don't lose to the NFC. He
Yo,
just don't lose to the NFC. I think he like 22-1, 22-2,
look at
something
like
like that. Is crazy work on
yeah,
how
like
he be
Joker.
whooping on the NFC.
Yep.
So that shit gonna be interesting. But we gonna see, man. I think it's a lot of interest, a lot of parity going on in the NFL, and that's what makes it so great, bro. That's what
Fact.
makes it so great. And my man Shador Sanders, I heard you got in a little whoop whoop trouble. Come on, bro. Come
You said,
on, bro.
what you
He
mean?
goof ass got pulled over going over 100 miles an hour. Slow your goof ass down, bro. That's what I saw from Adam Schefter. I want to make sure I ain't get bamboozled or fooled, bro. But Shador, hey, you got motherfuckers pulling for you and riding for you. Keep the main thing, my boy. We can't be out here doing dumb shit. That's just me personally. You can't be out here doing dumb shit. Slow your funky ass down. Yeah, it's definitely was reported by Adam Schefter. He was cited, so he was given a ticket for going over 100 miles. Slow your goof ass down and keep the main thing. Don't give nobody no extra reason to come and castigate you and look at you sideways when you already fighting an uphill battle. Come on, Shador Sanders. You got a lot of people rooting for you, but don't go ahead and fuck it all up by being stupid.
Yeah, I'm gonna just say this: you and Zach Edey can't watch no Need for Speed movie, no Fast and Furious, none of y'all. Well, first of all, Zach Edey, what the fuck your ass eat? You gotta be in the truck. So second of all, what you go at 110 miles per hour in a fat ass Escalade for?
Bro.
Like we can't see your big ass. Stop.
For real. But Shador, keep the main thing, my boy. We don't need no unnecessary attention. You already got a lot of dumbass attention and people saying that you was
And
unprepared. Come on
and
now.
Miles Garrett, nigga, you like Miles Garrett almost lost his life doing dumbass shit like that. You better talk to your Rick.
You better talk to him. Henry Ruggs, and he behind bars right now.
And he just told y'all niggas I could wish I could take it back.
Oh, bro.
That nigga was crazy going 156. Nigga, he said, I'm tired. It ain't funny, but I was like, nigga, what he said, I wish they could just beat the guy who wasn't running from. So I said, nigga, who the fuck was you running from? The mob?
Right. Like, what the fuck?
156 miles per hour, nigga.
That shit is crazy, ain't it? Crazy work. But hey, Steve-O, you got anything left, brother?
G.
But hey, that is it from us today, y'all. We appreciate y'all for tuning in to another episode. Before y'all get up out of here, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell, man. Go ahead and show us some love. We definitely back on the map. Shout out to y'all. Go ahead and keep doing what y'all do, though. Leave those comments and concerns down in the box. Let's talk about some football, man. But hey, we appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all always love football, and we gonna catch y'all on the next for sure.